I'm Karen Lustrup, and I'm presenting for you this month's Tarot podcast. And just to mention a couple of things, I do get questions like, please show the cards, right? But listen, the way I roll, I spread the cards, but then I get a lot of extra information clairvoyantly and psychically. So it's not linearly card by card like a lot of people do. But if you're wanting to see cards, there's a lot of great readers out there that will show you their cards as they work. Maybe one day I'll put together a course for you, and then we can do the cards and I can go through them one by one and teach you those things. But that's down the road. But listen, before we start off the monthly podcast here, I just want to mention for those of you who are really into meditation and love that kind of music, I have added a track at the very end for your enjoyment. So let's get going and take a look at what you can expect now here this month. Hello, Scorpio. So we are looking already here at June. Who would know how fast time accelerates here upon us? But we're looking at you starting off early month here, having had a beautiful May. May looked like awesome for you, that there might have been some travel back then. But hey, listen, there might be more news about travel coming up here now in June, or at least making some plans for it. Now I'm seeing two areas of your reading here showing travel. One is more of a short distance, so it could just be a weekend getaway perhaps, but then there's also looking into something more of a long-term or long distance journey. We'll get back to that a little bit later, but as we're starting out here, I feel you are joyful, you are beaming, you're actually radiating here, Scorpio. As you're feeling that your life is balancing, you seem to be happy, you're seemingly very harmonious. There's also two things for you now to encounter as far as choices and changes coming up. So you want to give yourself a little bit time so you don't jump to any conclusions, because it looks like this might just have some deeper implication as far as where you're at and where you could head down the road here with this. But there's an opportunity which I feel is really good for change if you so desire. The other side of the coin is, well, you have a lot of security with, in fact, where you are, which you can continue to do. So I feel this has to do with work or with career. So you could be continuing on the path that you are. I feel the security's there, and that means a lot. But then again, there's a part of you that really wants change, right? Change is always good if we go from one level to a higher level that allows growth and insight. If it's just change for the sake of change itself, well, then you might want to take a little extra time to rethink, though, just so you don't regret it down the road. Not saying that this opportunity is anything to regret, but we want to be very certain about changing up foundations. I'm seeing as you're looking into it, you're meditating upon it or contemplating whether what this would do for you in the long run. Financially, I feel the opportunity is good. What else can it bring to the table? It can bring your skill set, your talents, your know-how. It could actually come to a level where you can start refining some of this. And it could also challenge you off into new areas. And that's a good thing. Actually, for you over the next year or two, looking down the road that far, there is a new melody playing your tune, meaning that, there has been a lot of responsibility for you over these last few years. And that might just have you feeling like you're a little tired of the weight of it. Maybe this is why this need for change is there, but you're extremely good at what you do. So anyway, I do want to say here that this opportunity is knocking on the door. I see that it is a good opportunity. Actually, there could be a celebration if you so say yes. Why? Because the newness of it is energetic. It looks like the pay that they're offering you could be a good offer. Of course, for those of you that are still happy with where you're at, well, good for you too. But these new opportunities actually can set things up differently And not just because of the way the new job is, but it's how your energy is left at the end of the day. It's how you're going to feel when you come home and taking on the home responsibilities. Are you now feeling more energetic as opposed to feeling maybe a little drained? If you're still continuing on that old path, then you're not as inspired. So I'm seeing a change up here too. Now, within the home and family, since we're talking about this, there is a joyful month. June, I see, is being active. Whatever children are around you here, Scorpio, I see that they're very open-hearted and engaged too here this month. And somewhere in or along the family lines, there seems to be an elderly person. It is a male, so this could be a father, a father-in-law, or it could be a grandfather, whoever. But I'm seeing here that there will be some extra time spent with this person, whether you're going to go visit there or he may be coming to your home and wanting to spend some time. And I'm feeling, this person, he is a genuine heart. He has really laid down a great path in his past, and he still has so much more that he wants to give, share. And so whatever interaction that you're going to have now, I think it behooves all of you in the family. Then for you, for some time, Scorpio, it's like I see that you've been wanting to do something special, but it's like you've been putting it aside again and again, as if maybe you haven't found the right timing of events to do so. But I'm seeing there's this desire from the past coming back up here around now. And for those of you that might be changing up your work schedule, allowing you also now to feel a little bit more energetic, you might just finally find the time to go in and dig down into that desire. And whatever it may be for you, it could be different for all of you. It might be writing, or it could be creating music, or it could be meditating or doing yoga, something spiritual. But having a little me time every month is important for everybody, you'd say, but especially for you, Scorpio, for the water signs, it's more important than for any of the other elements in the zodiac. And this is because you're so emotionally connected to everything that is going on in the universe around you. Think about water. It carries the ripples, the waves of actions taking place, people's thoughts, actions, busyness, stresses, and whatnot. So it's not just yours, but you have like all these multi-antennas picking up on what other people are going through. So for you, it's more important to have that little me time where you can just dive down deeply into your own spirit. And I'm happy to see that you might be implementing that this month. And not just for this month, Scorpio, promise me that once you get the routine of it down, try to follow up on it into the future as well. And that will definitely balance your scales. Then I'm also seeing a female. This female here, not quite sure where she comes into the picture, other than that I see it has to do with money, not necessarily your own income, monthly income, but it could have, maybe it's an HR person at work, or maybe it could be a banker or investor, be a broker, could be an agent. But whatever it is here for you, there should be some news of shoring up. Maybe if you have investments, there might be some news that is growing, that it's taking off. In that case, great news, right? Then Scorpio, like we said in the beginning of your reading here, that there was 2 trips that were showing up for you. Here's that second one where I see that you're contemplating, so may not be put into action here this month, but there's more of the contemplation of a journey. And this is more long distance, so I'm thinking it's out of state. For some of you, it might even be out of country. It's more for you thinking of where to go, when to go, how to bring it about, and what would be the best solution here. And it could be multiple choices of where to go for this longer journey. But you know what? When we spend a little time doing the daydreaming of it. This is when we can come across something that could be excellent. And I do see before the month is over that those plans might then have already be fully put into place, even though it might come a little bit later. It might not come for you to actually embark upon that journey before July or even early August. So, but you're going to get that imbalance. And then I'm also seeing here you probably stepping outside or stepping away from some group event that looks like might be predetermined, and it looks like it's something that you might have already engaged into, and I still see that you want to, but it could be circumstances where that whatever event may need to be delayed or set aside. Maybe it's going to coincide with whenever you're going to be traveling on that other trip. So be it, right? Something's got to give. But basically here this month, I feel it's good. Relationship seems to be excellent. I feel that if you've been a little tired as of late, that just has to do with the overall situation that you've been working through. Some of you've been working through a lot of things here over the last couple of years, and sometimes we don't tire right away. Sometimes it doesn't even reach us. We may not even know that we're tired before we hit the wall, and then here comes that tidal wave of being a little tired. So if you're feeling that, just give your body what your body needs. Sometimes a nap, even just a power nap every once in a while can be super, super powerful. But I'm loving your reading. June seems to be a great month for you, and so I wish you the best. So stay tuned for your meditation music here now, and I will see you again next month. Bye now. Thank you for tuning in and for following.